Hey, so today I wanted to talk about the reasons why I decided to leave behind toxic and negative, low vibrational relationships. And so the backstory is that I did grow up in a very negative environment where, I was emotionally abused, whether people want to, acknowledge that or not. Whether people want to acknowledge that or not, I was. And it was kind of like brainwashed into me to deal with certain things like the silent treatment or people back and forth energy, and like one day they like you and the next day they don't, and all this stuff. Because I grew up with a lot of silent treatment. If my mom felt like punishing me, or you know just some of the tactics of manipulation and stuff like that. So I felt like it was normal. And then I went on into my relationships feeling like it was normal and stuff like that. And for the last 5 years, I've been single because I've been really trying to fight this stuff. And I feel like there's a spirit just trying to, pull me back in all the time. And it's mainly in society because men feel like, well, some men feel like, that women like them better when they do this stuff. Not necessarily making them an abusive person, but having had learned from red pill or these dating coaches that it was okay to silent treatment women, to ghost women, to eliminate their voices, to gaslight them, to triangulate them with other women, to make them feel like they're being compared. And all this stuff is like normalized in the media. It's also normalized with other people. But recently God changed my whole life. Like, the abuse had gotten so bad emotionally against me. Like, I was losing jobs because of these people, financially going through abuse because of these people, like not having money in my pocket because of these people. When it starts to get to that place of like life or death and stuff like that, and your whole life is just at stake because of these people, and your animals are suffering because of these people, and you barely have a place of survival to stay. Like, there's times where I would have housing and then I wouldn't have housing because they would either kick me out when I really needed to have a place to stay, or when I was making good money and they knew I was making good money and they were jealous about it. Because some toxic people are jealous of your money, your status. When they see you try to do good, they want to chop you down because they don't want you to get up on your own 2 feet, thrive, and make your own money. Or when they see you happy at work, or when they see you talking to coworkers at work, or if there's a cute guy at work and stuff like that. I know a lot of people have been through financial abuse, but if people see you, if you're a man that is abusive, or somebody around you is abusive, see you thriving or making good money or loving your job, it's like the worst thing to be around them and like enjoying that stuff. Because when they see you enjoying like your freedom, then they will literally sit their ass over there and find a way to sabotage that in any way, shape, or form. Because if they try to make it seem like it's love, is love the reason why they're calling your job? Is love is the reason why they don't want you to have money and help yourself? Is love is the reason why they, silent treatment you? It's always your fault while they, gaslight you. It's always your fault while they silent treatment you and stuff like that. So they always want you to feel like you like what they're doing. They always want you to feel like, this is why they do it, because you like it. And they always try to like, say that this is just what women like, it works on you, blah, 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 these methods and stuff that they're using against you and stuff. So the number one reason that I decided to stop playing with the bad guys and stuff in life is because my finances got involved, and I was like going through, evictions because of these people. I was going through my windows getting bashed because of these people, but we'll get there. The first thing is financial abuse. And having had gone through things in my apartment because of these people, having had gone through, living instability and stuff because of these people, having had felt like, I wouldn't know where my next place to stay. So I've had to move completely out of state. So just to find survival and stuff like that, before, or I've had to stay with other family members and stuff before because this person is trying to ruin my job and stuff because they were jealous because I had a good job, working at home, making good money, working full time, stuff like that. And then they see you trying to get up and change and evolve, and then next thing you know, they shoot you down. And it's like, sometimes think about it, it's not worth it necessarily. You love this person and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you have stuff to do in your life. You don't want them to hold you back. You feel like you want to fly, you feel like you want to go see Paris, you feel like you want to go out of the country, you feel like you want to enjoy your life, but you can't because these people aren't gonna allow you. They're gonna find every way, every cut that they can to dismantle your happiness because they're not happy and they feel. The second thing is, these people are so insecure about everything. Like, you can't get a job, like I said, you can't get a house, you can't get a new car, you can't you can't enjoy, you can't even love your animals more than them. Like, you can't just be a good person. You can't have tons of friends. You can't have tons of family. You can't have any of this stuff because these people are so jealous and envious of anybody else possibly getting close to you and loving you or appreciating you, that they will sabotage any friend that tries to come into your life, anybody that wants to uplift you, anybody that wants to help you out the dark, anybody that wants you to see the truth in yourself, anybody that's just like, if I could just help this person, or if I could just love this person, or if I could just tell this person how great they are. If they see you get close to somebody like that, they whoop. I've lost so many friends, jobs, because of these people in the past. And that's just really true. They will go as far as to spread rumors and gossip about you to work people, to people that are like, around you, to guys. I've lost a lot of love relationships because they've been stalking and monitoring. That's another thing, is stalking and monitoring, and how far they will go to stalk and monitor you. They will stalk you if you try to leave and go out of state. They will stalk you and leave you if you try to get a new job. They will stalk and monitor you if who you live with. If you live with somebody else, they don't know who it is. They gotta know everything about that person. They'll stalk your job, the boss, their number, everything. Like, these people, they are insidiously abusive. Like, they have to know everything about what you're doing, where you're at, like, all types of stuff. So the stalking and stuff like that, that's just a part of it. They'll stalk your license plate. They'll stalk your personal information for your mail. They'll stalk your personal information for your social. They'll stalk your medical records, all types of stuff. So just make sure you keep your information safe from them. But they will go as far as to do stuff like that. Rumors and gossip about you to slut shame you and sexualize you and make you into this person that you're really not, because they're ashamed to tell people that you're a good person, that you tried your best, or that you tried your best with your kids, or that you tried your best with your family, or that you tried your best with your cousins, or that they don't want to say that. They want to say that you're out here doing all types of stuff. You could be completely celibate, you could be completely virgin, and they'll still be out here saying you suck. That you're running around messing with this person, that person, the other person. And so they limit your access to the public eye. They limit your access to others. It's like a cult system. That's another reason. So this is my other reason. They limit your access. They limit your access to good jobs. They limit your access to good friendships. They limit your access to information that can help you. And this is especially at major levels where people are like the industry, or, cults and like groups and stuff like that. But these people make sure you can't get a job. They'll blacklist you. You know, they'll try to make you look bad. And it's true. They'll blacklist you for money. You know, these people will get together with their flying monkeys and make sure you don't have a job, make sure you don't have a place to stay, make sure that you have to be disciplined to everything that they're saying. So it has gotten to that point where it's gotten like bigger at one point for me, because, you know, they were trying to get together to make sure that I couldn't get exposed, or that I wouldn't be able to get a job, or that I wouldn't be able to take it to the next level. So it's, and there were times where I couldn't even, like, these people were watching me so badly that I couldn't leave the state without them knowing, or leave the country without them knowing, and stuff like that. They would try to attack me, like punish me for trying to leave and stuff like that. Like, it was bad. Like, I got pulled over by 3 cops that were trying to sniff through my belongings and stuff like that. But that's a whole other story, because I went through so much even in that situation. But legally I was correct, because when I looked it up and I looked up that package, I took pictures and everything, there was nothing wrong with the substance that I had, nothing like that. So they just tried to get me for nothing. They didn't want me to cross over into that border. They didn't want me to leave. I don't even want to go into that today, because it still freaks me out to this day that I had to go through something like that in my life, because I feel like they tried to keep it silent and stuff like that. So that's another thing. These people are usually powerful people in the society that are bullying you and, you know, attacking you and trying to do all this stuff to you, you know. And sometimes that's the thing, is like, they could be a part of, you know, teachers, professionals, you know, public professionals, celebrities, politicians, people that work in the health professional field, all types of stuff. And people usually believe these people. They have like a good amount of friends that support everything that they do. And so by the time that you speak up and say, I'm going through this or that, you know, with this person, so many people side with that person that they don't even want to hear anything that you say. I'm telling you. Like, some people know because they're awake to what these people are doing, but some people do not. So I've had, let me think about my other reason that I decided to go. Well, I want to do better for myself. I do want to rise. I feel like they keep me from like evolving with my friendships, you know, and stuff like that. I do want to evolve. There is like a thirst for human connection in my life, where I do want to have human connection. I do want to have friends. I do want to have outside people. And it's starting to make me irritated that I have to be stuck with like the same group of people, the same type of people. And when I try to get out, somebody's trying to like intervene in my relationships or something like that. Or that's what they used to be doing, like really heavy. I'm still kind of paranoid about it, because they would just be like trying to, you know, break up these relationships. And some of these people you don't even know, like, you don't know who they are. They'll just be sneaking on you, watching you, spreading rumors about you, doing all types of stuff to you, and you don't even know them. And that's the other thing about it. So it's just like, I'm tired of the ups and downs, the roller coasters. One day is high, one day is low, one day is good, one day is bad. That's how they keep you coming back, because one day it'll be really great and they'll be buying you stuff and they'll do whatever they know that you really like, and then the next day they'll be talking badly about you to your colleagues, your friends, your family, your everybody, so that they can keep you stuck. The ultimate goal of a manipulator is to keep you stuck in the round and round, you know, just constant, like, I have to keep on going round and round. So you never get to see the true reflection of your mirror. Like, you'll always have to be around people that want to belittle you and devalue you, so that you will never be able to truly look in the mirror and see the truth of self. You'll be lagging behind. Sometimes your brain will be affected, where your brain is not functioning the way that it should, because you're going through so much abuse. You can't see yourself. You're spiritually blind to who you are, stuff like that. It's just like, sometimes you need to be around people that uplift you and help you to, you know, see yourself better in the mirror. There's people that truly love you in this world, that want to see the best for you and stuff like that, you know. You should get tired of going through triangulation. There's a lot of girls that go through triangulation and they feel like this is 100% okay. Now, triangulation is like a conversation that I'm really tired of talking about, because at this point it's old and a lot of women go through it. You know, sometimes they'll do triangulation with you, your family, you and your pet. They can do it with anybody, but they definitely do it usually with another person, somebody that they know you will be jealous of. Like if they know you have a racial issue or that you're intimidated by other women, then, or a certain type of woman, then they'll use that type of woman to, you know, attack you. It could be a white person, it could be a black person, it could be basically whoever you feel nervous about. If you've been having racial issues with certain groups of people that oppress black people or oppress brown people or medium people, they'll use that person to attack you and stuff like that, because they want to break you down to a point where you're heartbroken and you hate yourself and you see no light in yourself, and they feel like by triangulating you that you will come back to them or beg for them to stay around because they're better than you and they have more options than you. So now that you know that, now that you see that they have options and stuff, then you're going to treat them better. That's how they feel. There's also a lot of spiritual witchcraft that goes on in some of these narcissistic households and stuff like that, you know, narcissistic relationships, because these people, they don't have any type of, you know, morals, values, nothing. So they will use witchcraft to keep you under control, use food to keep you under control, use environments to keep you under control, use whatever it is. If they know that you're homeless, you need a house, they'll use a house to keep you under control. If they know that you need a job but they're offering you a job, they'll use that job to keep you under control. So any of these methods they'll use to keep you under control. My question is, why would I want to stay with a bad guy? Because I just love him. I just love me a bad guy. That's what y'all be acting like. I just love him. I just love me a bad guy. It's just like, I don't. Because there's sometimes when I just want to wake up in the morning and be at peace and go to sleep and not have this person mood swingy all the time and up and down, and today's a good day and tomorrow's a bad day. You know, that's something that I don't want to go through anymore, because I usually come out here and I'm in peace. You know, I have my nature. I'm out here every day. I don't have all that hoopla. I sit outside by the river. I buy my business. You know, I'm doing what I should. Why would I want somebody that's going to take me backwards on my spiritual journey? Why would I want somebody to take me backwards on my spiritual journey where I have to sit there and I have to be sad, or I have to feel negative, or I have to feel, you know, my environment sucks and stuff like that? It's just like, it's time to care about yourself. It's time to get back in, or know. Don't you ever want to know what the other side is like? Like love. Don't you ever want to know that you can be loved the way that you deserve to be loved? Don't you ever want to know that you can be loved even when you irritate people? Don't you ever want to know that you can be loved even when you make mistakes? Like, these people make you feel like your mistakes are so big and stuff like that. So people are going to say there's different versions of a bad guy, but this is usually the main version, is that he's nonchalant. That's another thing, is like men that are nonchalant and how y'all like stuff like that. It goes into narcissism, and you need to look it up. You know, nonchalant, and the way that they say silent treatment and stuff like that. People that act like they don't care about you. They don't give you any feelings. They don't give you nothing. Usually the real nonchalant works like, hey babe, you know, I just got a job. I'm really excited about it. I'm happy about it. And you've been waiting all month to get this new job, and they're just like, oh. Or, hey babe, I just started a business, you know, I'm excited to start this business, and, you know, it's great and stuff. Oh, well, I hope you can do it, because, you know, you've been going through this and the third, so realistically, you might not be the one to be able to do it, or, Next thing you know, they're calling your job and stuff like that. Or they're nonchalant in a way where it's like, babe, I love you. I care about you. I wish we could work this out, stuff like that. They're just like not answering the phone. Or they'll be missing for a week. Or they'll be missing for like, 2 weeks or something like that to keep you chasing after them. These people love to be chased. These people love to be admired. It's like they think they wear this invisible crown and that everybody should kiss their ass like they're a celebrity or something. Sometimes, I'm sorry for cursing, but I'm just saying, like, these are the reasons why I just decided to be alone at this point in my life, because I've already gone through so much ups and downs in different relationships, and relearning what it's like to be loved and what it really looks like to be there. And I have more appreciation for good guys and stuff like that these days, or those that are genuinely good these days, because I have been running from that my whole life because I didn't know any better. Nobody ever taught me any better. They try to teach me better. They say they're teaching me better, but their personal actions taught me, my parents or my family or some of these people, their personal actions taught me to hate myself. Their personal actions taught me to go against myself. Their personal actions taught me to people please, and they can't even see it. It's like somebody taught me to people please. If you want to, reflect on how you taught me to people please, reflect on how you taught me to do all this negative stuff, then that's great. But really, they just don't want to get exposed for some of the stuff that they did. They don't want to face that. They don't want to, because it was in the past. And they're trying to change or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna do me, and I want to, thrive. It still happens to me today. I found my peace and solitude sometimes away from the people I've known my whole life and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, I feel like those people have more care for me. Like, they know my value, they give a fuck, stuff like that. So I feel like, it's kind of better to be around people that want to encourage you to be your best self, to love yourself, to be okay with your mistakes, and that little mistakes aren't going to break up this relationship, or they don't become like a big thing. I don't want to argue every single day. And so what's the part of you that keeps going back to the abuser is like stuff that you have to go within yourself. It could be rooted from childhood. It could be rooted from self-esteem issues. It could be rooted from like an addiction to abuse at this point, because that's all you've ever known. But you have to like go within. You have to get tired to a point where you just don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. I'm at the point where I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. I don't want to be abused because my skin tone is brown. I don't want to be hated on and stuff like that. I don't even want to hate myself. It's the fact that abusers can say, you're going to stay, you're always going to be here, and stuff like that. Right now, my main problem is, having to constantly get back up and, get back on my feet, because one of them has sabotaged my career, or one of them has sabotaged my friendship, or one of them has sabotaged like this and that, or they try to mess me up on hours. So I've gone through even financial abuse at work because of some of these people, like limiting my hours. Some of them it seemed like were a part of trying to make sure that I would never be able to do that. But that was when I went through a job that other people had supplied for me, that I knew personally that my job was getting limited and stuff, or when I stayed with them and stuff like that, I will lose a job or something like that. And that's what I'm saying. When I'm by myself, I feel like I work better. Nobody knows where I work. People are more kind to me, stuff like that. So I just want to, sometimes keep my business on the low, like where I work, my career, be quiet at work. Sometimes it's just like I really care about my future. And sometimes these bad boys, these people, they get in the way, and you're gonna finally wake up. You're going to be a certain age where you just say, dang, I don't want to go to jail, or I'm never going to jail, so thank God for that. But it's like, dang, I don't want to go to jail, or dang, I don't want to be fighting today. I just want to be at peace, or, dang, I don't want to, like, deal with this moodiness today. You're going to get to a point where you don't want to be financially abused. You don't want to be dependent. And not everybody's in the dependent role, but it's worse to be in the dependent role as a woman. So it's just good to have your own something, because, or at least a part-time job. I always feel like that if you're with a bad guy, because it's just like, you never know if today is going to be here or if it's going to be here. And these abusers, these bad guys, they usually, like, know that you need money, know that you need this part-time job and stuff, or you're using it or whatever. They'll cut it out so that you'll have to bow down to them, so that you'll have to pray to them, so that you'll have to worship them, so that you'll have to walk on eggshells with them, so that you will have some sort of money, some sort of functioning, some sort of something. And so that's why I'm tired of being in that dependent role. My family takes good care of me all the time. They make sure they make sure that I eat for the most part. They make sure that if I need money for my bills, that they will help and stuff like that, because I'm a girl. So I'm a single woman, so of course they help and donate, here and there. But sometimes with my toxic family members, it has come with a cost of self-hatred, limited perspective, limited opportunities, and trying to use this situation to get one up over on me. And it's grown into, like, industry ties where, like, the industry or people a part of this are trying to use this to weaponize it against me as well. To weaponize, like, my jobs against me, to weaponize, like, money against me and stuff. It's just like, I just want to run away and get away from these people, because I would like to work and make my own survival living, to be honest. And it's like, some people you like, some men you like you just love them, but they're bad. Or, you didn't originally know he was bad, but eventually you saw that he has mental health issues, or he just doesn't want to be there for you, or he just is like back and forth, or whatever the case may be. So you fell into it and stuff. That's how most women fall into that trap. It's like, I love him, but sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. It's just like, if he's not completely good to you, then he's not for you. And as much as we love these people, we have to let go. So men are going to try you anyway. They want you to love this and stuff like that. But there's men in this life that want you to be happy. And I think I got to a point where I just was like, everybody's manipulative, everybody hates me, everybody's an abuser and stuff like that. Because I had kept on going in that round and round and round, like, forever with these people. And so I took a break from dating so that I could see that there's better people on earth. But when I finally got away from some of my toxic, abusive family members, that's when I started going through financial abuse. And that's when I started going through relationship abuse, where people were trying to intervene in my relationships to make sure that I wouldn't have a man to take care of me, or make sure that I wouldn't have a man to rely on in a situation where, I needed them and stuff. They wanted to eliminate from me, the ability to be able to date, or to be able to get money from a man and stuff like that. They wanted me to depend on the toxic and abusive people. That's why I want to put it out there, because it's like, I do want to date. I know that some people do want to date me, but the thing is, like, you have to be somebody that's not really listening to other people and stuff, because there's so many people around me that are gossiping, rumoring and stuff behind my back, or that I don't know about. And that might be at work too and stuff like that. But they're really just trying to get me away from money, because they want me to stay. Or even a man that would give me money, or even a man that would let me stay with him or something, because they want me to stay in this little tiny thing where in this tiny cult, this tiny circle where I have to ask them for money. Anytime that I need money, I have to ask an abuser. Anytime that I need finances, I have to ask an abuser. I can't like go to the ocean by myself. I don't have enough to be able to do the things that I want in this life, or they purposely limit me to not having enough to start that business. They purposely limit me to not having enough to be able to, sing, dance, enjoy my life, because they are scared of my success. And that's another thing about this, is that they're so scared of your success because they don't really like you, or they're scared of your freedom, scared that you're going to grow, change, evolve, and not need them anymore. Some of these men know that you are better than them, and that once you wake up and look in the mirror, that you're going to be free. You're going to not want them anymore. You're going to say, why am I dealing with this? For real. That's why they limit your finances. So, or try to break you away from certain people that you love and stuff like that. Like, it's just like, I've lost so many great friends because of a narcissist. I don't want to lose anymore. Just because the seeds they planted into me about certain people, they would be like, oh, this person, isn't good for you. They're not really a good friend, or all types of stuff, where they would call that person to tell them negative stuff about me and stuff like that, and break up those relationships and all types of stuff, just because they're scared that this person's going to start to be a voice of wisdom and like lead me away from needing the support of them. So right now I'm moving in silence, stacking up a little, things like that. But it has to get to a point where you just say, stop. I don't want to date these bad boys anymore. I want to date a good man, somebody that, doesn't ask for much. He might be a little boring, a little bit. I don't know. But as long as he gives me peace, as long as he gives me happiness, and as long as he takes care of me and he's a good person, then I feel pretty good. As long as he's not upset about my ventures, my business ventures, my job ventures, me becoming the next best thing, me like exploring myself, loving myself, getting my hair done, getting my nails done, loving my makeup, loving my skin, loving who I am. Not everybody is that person for you. That's something that you need to realize, is that not everybody happy that you go outside with that Gucci bag. Not everybody happy that you wear designer shoes. Not everybody happy that you get to travel and stuff. They're looking for ways sometimes to cut you off connection to your financial freedom. So you have to like stay woke on these people, because if you don't, then they will take away some of your best resources. So I'm growing up, I'm changing, I'm evolving. I'm hoping to meet somebody better in the future. I have been, out of the dating game for a long time, but that don't mean that I haven't still been dealing with abuse. So that's why I haven't been getting in a relationship, because I've been trying to deal with this, and as well, like, family abuse and stuff. And then also, it's just like a lot to deal with, dealing with myself and trying to love myself and trying to tell myself the reasons why I should go back to abuse and in another person. I can't just get with another person at this point, and seeing all the manipulative games and techniques that y'all love passing around the internet and y'all love to do in real life. It's really the truth. Because when somebody texts you, you have to even play that game. Like, let me just sit here and wait 3 hours before I text them back and stuff like that. It's just like, it's a game. All of it's a game. I don't like people that play games. I like people that's straightforward and, I like people that's straightforward and they tell me how they feel. And y'all like people that play that back and forth. You got to get out of that. I love the game. I love the thrill of, like, I don't know where they at. Then all of a sudden they text me, men telling me that I'm crap and that I'm not beautiful and stuff like that. Or him rejecting me. Some of y'all like to be rejected because you're always accepted. Or you just love stuff like that. I don't like it. I want to be treated the way that I deserve to be treated. And I'm kind of tired of, like, this notion. I feel like sometimes in life, as a wise person, you want to explore love. You want to take it to the next level. You want to like see the other side of the river. Like, what is the other sides of love? What is the other, what is what, like, what is the next level? Can we go deeper? Is there depth to this? Because in these manipulative relationships, there's no depth. So all I'm doing right now is going deeper within myself so I can find other people that I feel comfortable going deep within them. Yes, I do feel like sometimes I do feel scared of love, you know, in the depth that it can get to, like, you know, especially because I've never experienced it, but I don't want to be. Like, I'm wide open to, you know, dealing with having a good person and dealing with, like, you know, the feelings that come along with that, and having new fresh love for the first time, somebody that really loves you and cares about you, which might not necessarily go like, you know, roses and daisies the way that I thought that it was going to go, because I have to deal with all the things that it brings up inside of myself to be with this person, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm willing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm willing to deal with the feelings and emotions that come up from people that actually treat me good, because I want to spend the rest of my life happy, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life with this battle. I feel like you get older, you should change. Like, you should be like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm done with these selfish relationships and stuff. I'm done with, like, it's like as you grow up and you evolve and you change, you should be like, I'm done with selfish relationships. I'm done with men that financially abuse me and stuff. They're trash on the ground. They really are, because they're not the best of the men that exist. Men that love you would never financially abuse you. I don't feel like that, but especially if you need stuff to survive, or he knows you're creative, talented, like he just took money from you when you were supposed to go to school. You know, he knows you're supposed to go to school, but he just took money from you. You know, he knows you're supposed to start this semester, but he just took your money. Like, now you can't go to school, stuff like that. It's just like, do you want a man like that in your life? It's just like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he loved me. That's why he be doing this stuff to me. That's the messed up mindset that these people put into your mind, like, from the time you were a kid. Like, the reason that I hurt you is because I'm just so passionate about you. The reason that I hurt you is because I'm just so in love with you. The reason that I hurt you is because I just want to see us happy, and I feel like your job is getting in the way of that. And it's just like, do you want to be with a kid, or do you want to be with a grown man? That's my question. But so I'm just gonna let you dwell on that. You know, I want you to think about it yourself, if you might be in these situations, or if you have advice, then you can definitely help me get advice, because sometimes I experience financial abuse. I have gotten, you know, the government involved so that they can help me, you know, it's things like that, and with domestic violence letters and stuff like that, and having to show the police reports, because at one time my windows were busted. You know, there was like this man coming over there to bust my windows. Somebody has completely jacked my car. They pulled out the ignition. They busted the right window. I had to get that replaced. And they tried to bust this window, but they couldn't. And now the little door was jammed because they tried to jam the door. So I can't even get in with my key. I have to, like, get that fixed. It's just, like, so much because of these people. Like, they got so mad that I got a new job. Like, I had a new job. I was working at home. They got so mad that they just pulled out my ignition, busted my window. I had to make a police report on it. At my last apartment, they busted the window because I didn't say hi to this man that was stalking me. All types of stuff, because it was just like a neighborhood stalking situation. And so I have all this stuff on police record. It was just like back to back, like people harassing me because I wanted to work, or because I wanted to be by myself, and that I didn't want to, you know, stay with a man, or that I wasn't staying with my family. I wasn't really talking to anybody. I was just by myself, and people were just harassing me. Once I finally made that freedom, they started busting my windows and started, you know, attacking my cars and my vehicles. And then my car went into Kia, and they held my car for 6 months on an engine that we paid to get replaced because it was under warranty and everything like that. And they literally just kept my car for 6 months. I had to drop out of hair school. I had a scholarship and everything. I couldn't get back and forth to school. I tried to call my family to get help. My dad just sat there and laughed in my face, and he was the one that could help me get my car out the shop and stuff like that. It was just really bad. He didn't care that I had a scholarship. He didn't care that I had anything, but he's always the one that would be talking about, you need to go to school, you need to try to get your money up. But at that time, I couldn't get my money up because of the fact that my car was in the shop, and it was in the shop for 6 months. He only called up there like twice within that 6 months, or 3 times, to try to get the car out or check on it. I had to, the only way I could get my car out of the shop, I had to go to basically the Asian man in the Kia company, the high people, the people at the top. And I did my research on it, and I emailed him, and I was like, please help me with my car. And that's when it got resolved. Literally like 2 to 3 weeks later, they sent them the right box. They made sure the right box was there. They got my car fixed and everything. So it was just like, I'm telling you, there's deeper stuff. Sometimes people go through deeper financial abuse, stuff like that, than you think. Y'all be thinking some people are just homeless on these streets. It's like sometimes God's people get attacked by narcissists all the time, or abusers and stuff. That's why they have to constantly leave their job. Because when they see the light is trying to change, and they see the light is trying to achieve their dreams, or they see the light is trying to achieve the purpose that God put them on earth to try to achieve, then sometimes they will try to shut them down. And sometimes it's the most wicked ways, their car, their job, their family, their friends, the people that love them the most. They'll go talk to them, and they'll be like, hey, this person's not right, all types of stuff, and try to put stuff in people's head and stuff like that. It's just like, it can get bad for some people. So it's just like, stay away from these people. I'm telling you, don't even start it. You think these people are so good, you think they're good people and stuff like that, you love them and stuff, but as soon as you see their red flags and stuff of financial abuse, you need to flee, because you're going to be broke for the rest of your life. And this person, what they want to do is kick you out the house where you're broke and you don't have anything, so you can beg them to stay, so you can beg them for a place to stay, so you can beg them for like water and stuff like that. That's what they want. They want to financially abuse you to a point where you can beg them, because when you're a financially independent woman, then they can't get you to beg. And that's what they don't like about certain races of women, is that they're willing to get it by themselves and they don't care. And so they call them all types of negative stuff. And what do? They try to financially abuse them. They do it to black women in society all the time. They try to financially abuse them so they don't love themselves, so they don't get up, so they don't change, so they don't evolve. For real. And so if you're going through that as a beautiful woman in society, or just a woman that men want to keep down because they know that you're too beautiful and that you're going to eventually find somebody else and you're going to walk away, and that and all this stuff that's going through his head all the time. You know how he be telling you, like, you're scared you're going to walk away, I'm scared you're going to find somebody, I'm scared you're going to do this, I'm scared you're going to do that. It's like, yeah. Don't play the game. Get out as early as you can, and like, stack up on the low and get out, because the truth of the matter is that it's like, when you need money to start your business but you can't get there, or your purpose, it's gonna hurt you, because you're gonna see this person is smaller and smaller and smaller, because like an ant. And you're not even going to want to have sex with them. You're not even going to want to be around them, because it's just like, this person is an abuser. You're kind of like a police officer or something. Just somebody that's just around to like taunt you and make you feel negative about yourself. For real. Because you don't want to have sex with a man that doesn't liberate you financially. You don't want to have sex with a man that's constantly just chopping you. Like, every time you get to the next level in life, or God blesses you, and so he just knocks you down and stuff. So anyway, this has been a longer conversation than I really wanted. I probably will come back eventually with like a part 2, but I did want to express that this morning. I just woke up wanting to express. So, all right, bye.